today I have my Paul Mcbeth Zeuses for distance driving. This is my brand new one. It's got a little dome to it, but not too terribly much. That's how the rim looks. I don't really like the feel of the Destroyer, but for some reason I love the feel of the Zeus. It's like a more comfortable Destroyer to me. The rim doesn't feel quite as bulky as the Destroyer rim does to me. I have two of them. This is my first run one. This is my oldest one. It's kind of flippy for me now. Nice flat top. I use this one for distance forehands. For those of you that don't know, I don't actually have that good of a forehand. I can only forehand at a max of 350 on a good day. I average out at about 280 on forehand, so I don't have a good forehand at all. That completes your profile review on the Paul Mcbeth Zeus. Let's jump out into the field and air them out.
Hi guys, today we are going to be reviewing the Zeus. I have an old one, I have a new one. Now the first thing you're going to notice about this disc is how does it feel in your hand? Well, when I first got mine and I picked it up and I held it, it felt about halfway between the Destroyer's rim and the Wraith's rim, so it was very comfortable to me in my hand. The Zeus beats in to where for the higher arm speed players it's going to go over to the left for the majority of the flight if you throw it flat and come back just a little bit. And for the mid to lower arm speed players, it's not really going to be much of a difference until it gets much more beat in. Because my dad has a Destroyer that's so beat in that it just, regardless of how I throw it, it's going to pop up and it's going to go left. And he has a slower arm speed than me, so when he throws, it still pops up and goes dead straight. So maybe the Zeus will do that over time. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't beat mine in that far. I've just beat it into the point to where it'll go from flat to left for the majority of the flight. It doesn't really have much pop to it yet. For forehand, as Logan's showing you here, that was the newer one, and it kind of stood up just a little bit from that baby amount of hyzer that he put on and then pushed forward and drifted over to the left. I would recommend this disc for the more upper level of players to the lower level of players that are trying to work their way up to distance drivers. And if nothing else, you can buy it for the reason I bought it. I bought it because it was a Paul Mcbeth disc, to be completely honest with you. It was the first one to come out, well, the second one to come out, and I just didn't feel like getting a Luna because I was happy with the putters that I had, so I got a Zeus because I didn't really play with distance drivers at all, and I just kind of started filling around from there. I use this disc for not max distance shots, but mostly the S-line shot shaping type shots through the woods. For max distance shots, I use a Undertaker. That's it, I use an Undertaker, because I can throw lower speeds a lot further than I can throw higher speeds for some odd reason. Now the old one compared to the new one, the first thing you're going to notice about that in this video is that the new one's going to be the one that seems to drift left every single throw, and we don't look like we're putting it that way, it just goes that way. And the old one is the one that we're trying to flex, because if we throw it flat, it's just going to dump before we want it to, because we're really trying to push it past a certain group of trees that's down there, because if it's short, then we might not find it because there's a bunch of stuff down there in the way. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.